Good afternoon, everyone. So, I've been kind of inactive on this account, but I want to start using this as not necessarily a diary, but like as what do I want to use this as? I want to use this platform as a way for me to share and broadcast my healing journey, hoping that it inspires other Black women, other queer women, other queer people, other people in general, to really take the steps necessary for expansion. For me, something that I've struggled with in 2024 was just like feeling like I didn't have the energy or the time to pour into myself to do things like journaling daily or yoga daily or really stabilize, like really, yeah, stabilizing my nighttime routine. Um, but we really do have the time and energy for those things. It really just takes um I guess motivation or determination, or you just really gotta want it. And this year I really want it. I really want to grow and become the best version of myself, or a better version of myself. I want to this year really see myself flourish. I feel like this is my year, my butterfly year. I feel like 2023 was my caterpillar area. I almost said era and area, but I'm not gonna say either of those words. I feel like 2023 was my caterpillar phase, and I believe that 2024 was my chrysalis phase. I spent a lot of time alone in solitude, in both 2023 and 2024, but really 2024. Spent a lot of time in solitude. I was abstinent for the entire year, not dating at all for the entire year, barely having any friends for the entire year. Um, um, but yeah, I feel like 2025, not even I feel like, I know that 2025 is my butterfly year where I really just blossom and expand and flourish. I can just feel that for myself. Um, and a lot of that has to do, or a lot of my expansion is going to have to involve me being perceived. It's going to have to involve me being seen. It's going to have to involve me being heard. It's going to have to involve me being just just allowing myself to be consumed in a way. And I have to get over wondering if the taste, or the palette that I come with. I have to stop wondering if the flavors or the textures that I come with are consumable or palatable for everyone. Because certain things are an acquired taste. Like, for example, things like mushrooms and seafood and caviar and certain wines and certain fruits and certain foods that might be considered luxurious or delicacies, they're not they're not usually liked by the general masses. Like, a lot of people don't like raw oysters. I like raw oysters. A lot of people don't like mussels or crab or certain seafood like raw sushi and uh um things like that. Things that may seem a little like fried calamari, stuff like that. A lot of people don't like that. But that's some of my favorite food. Some of my favorite food is are things that are not commonly eaten, or things that are not like palatable to an everyday person who only eats burgers and chicken tenders and fries and chicken wings and regular American diet. So I have to understand that I'm not going to be palatable to everyone. But the people who fuck with me, the people who like me, I'm going to be their favorite food. I'm going to be their favorite artist. I'm going to be their favorite speaker. I'm going to be their favorite activist. I'm going to be their favorite creator. I'm going to be their favorite whatever. And so that's what I'm kind of um coming to terms with. I really can't give a flying flip, because I'm trying not to cuss on here because I really want to be monetized. The more I'm going to start posting consistently, and I understand that if I want to make money, I probably can't be cussing on here. So anyway, I'm kind of wondering if I should just start a different channel, because I feel like my other channel, I was posting vlogs on there. I was posting all type of stuff. I kind of want to have like a separate channel for my like diary type of vibe. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But this is entry 1. And I'm also going to read to you guys what I wrote in my morning pages this morning. Oh, so this morning, so I wrote a few days ago, I started writing, if I had 5 lives, what would I be? What would I do? Today, I wrote for number 5 that I would be a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a children's mental health professional or a behavioral health professional. And I wrote that I've struggled with mental health since I was a teenager. I would have loved to have access to a therapist who could approach things from a scientific and spiritual perspective. In my work in the mental health profession, I would combine mindfulness and spirituality techniques like breath work, meditation, yoga, crystal work, journal prompts into my work. I can see myself really being able to help people reach milestones for their mental health, because I think that when it comes to like the DSM and the very like professional psychological way of categorizing like mental illnesses and just psychology in general, is very there is no aspect of spirituality taken into account of it. And I think that a lot of times when we have mental illnesses or mental disorders, yes it's a chemical balance, but it's also a spiritual imbalance. And I think that a lot of people, when they get on medication, I recently just got on Zoloft, and I'm trying to make sure that I balance my spiritual self, nurturing my soul, nurturing my vessel, nurturing my mind, while also understanding that yes, I do struggle with anxiety and depression. Yes, I probably do have a chemical imbalance that restricts me at certain times from creating enough serotonin. Sometimes my depression has been so bad that I felt like I couldn't get out of bed. I dreaded just getting out of bed for work in the morning. I dreaded just and I had a lot of anxiety when it came to just being around people, being in crowds, especially when I was in high school. It was really, really bad when I was in high school. My anxiety and depression was terrible when I was in high school. I hated the world. And a lot of my depression and anxiety comes from me looking at the outside world and being like, why? I shouldn't be here. This world is too evil. This world is too disgusting. This world is too, just like, I've always felt like I just didn't belong here because this world is so just toxic. But I'm having to understand, and I am understanding and remembering that as much evil and wickedness and nastiness there is in this world, there is just as much or more beauty, prosperity, love, peace. And I think that it's just about changing your perspective. What did Kevin Gates say? He said something about miracles happen when you change your perspective. Kevin Gates is funny as hell, but that nigga be spitting. That nigga be saying some real shit. And don't let me. I remember that video where he charged his car battery with his hands. That's what I'm saying. Like our bodies and our minds, we're not even using 50% of our brain and mind capacity. As humans, we have been so restricted in this world. And notice how I'm saying world and not earth. I think that the world is completely different from the earth. The earth is who she is. The world is the manipulation. The world is the religion, the politics, the the control, the just everything that we see in the world. None of that was the original plan for the earth. I think that this whole system of us basically having to work a 9 to 5 or we're going to be homeless, it's not like, there's no, and yes, people can be entrepreneurs and business owners and stuff, but that's a lot of hard work. And I know it's possible, and I know it's possible for me. And that's one of my goals, to be an entrepreneur. But even beyond that, really my goal is to not even work at all. Like, yes, when I think about in this system, okay, I don't want to work for another person, but really, if we get rid of all this shit, I don't want to work at all. I want to have my own land and be able to grow my own food and just grow my own weed and grow my own mushrooms and have a community around me where we all do the work together. But it's like, I understand that it takes money to get that. It takes money for me to buy the land. It takes money for me to buy the materials that I need to take care of the land. So it's like, I'm not, I hate the word slow because I feel like it's ableist, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got all my marbles here with me. I know that I have to play this game in the system. I know that I have to acquire money and acquire wealth to have my dream. Like, my end goal is to have land and farm animals and grow my own weed and grow my own shrooms and grow my own herbs and plants and food and everything. Being completely self-sufficient and having a community as well. Like a homestead or like a community. That's what I want. And that's what I see for myself. And so, and also, and not even acquiring the wealth, because, and this is going into a deeper rabbit hole. I'm going to try to wrap this video up because I'm talking about a lot at once. But I'm also understanding that there is no need to acquire the wealth. The wealth is already here and around me. It's just about if I am allowing it. And I am allowing it because it's my birthright. It is my birthright and it is your birthright to have everything you desire, so long as it does not bring harm to anyone else. And that's what I know to be true. So I'm going to end this video with a prayer for not only myself, but for you watching. Divine source, I know and trust that I am so successful, so prosperous. I am so financially free. I am so mentally free. I am so spiritually free. I am kind to myself and others. I treat my body, I treat my vessel with respect. I speak to myself with love. I love myself. And I am so grateful that every day I have a roof over my head. I have a warm home to come to. I have clean clothes. I have running water, warm water to bathe myself with. And I'm so grateful for that. I have a fridge full of food. I have access to all the resources that I could ever possibly need. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That's the ending prayer. I'm just going to post this because, like, it doesn't have to be, like, structured. Like, I think that in the future, I'll have a more structured layout of my videos. Because this is my first video in a while, so I kind of just want to get it out in a way. But, yeah, my videos in the future will be a lot more structured. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.